The question is the amendments be disagreed to. And give the call to the honourable member for Fisher.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And it's not very often in this place that I rise to support the honourable member, but I am on this occasion because I know that many small businesses in my electorate and throughout this country, they have absolutely no idea, the bulk of them, they have no idea what is coming their way. But we do. We know what is coming. I am gravely concerned about the impact that this is going to have on small businesses. They're already facing significant increases in interest rates and energy prices, and we know all of that. But this is going to drastically impact on their ability to be able to do their business. You know, mum and dad small businesses, and you can't seriously suggest, the government can't seriously suggest that, you know, if they've got 14 or less employees, that the cut-off cannot be 15. It just can't be. It's just, a head count of that number is so unrealistic. If you just take even just a small business, just a cafe, they will be employing, casuals, part-time, full-time. Even just a small cafe would put them over into the threshold, and they'd be covered by this legislation. They are really going to be suffering from this. Small businesses don't have IR departments. They don't have legal departments. They're not accountants. I'm really, really very concerned about this, and I know that most of my colleagues are here too, and I just want to stand with the crossbench on these amendments because these are sensible amendments in relation to these threshold issues, and I implore the Leader of the House. These guys, our small businesses, are really going to be doing it very, very tough, and particularly after Christmas. Particularly after Christmas, we're going to have, more than likely, we'll probably end up seeing a couple of more interest rate rises. And I know already from businesses that are talking to me about how tough they are finding it. And these changes are going to significantly impact upon not just their ability to be able to trade, but it's going to impact upon their mental health. Already, small businesses feel like they are unpaid tax collectors, that they are doing so many jobs that government once used to do. They are under the pump, and that is only going to get worse, and it's only going to get significantly worse after Christmas. And I implore the Leader of the House to re-examine this issue. It doesn't need to go back to the Senate. You've already made 150 amendments. You could bring another amendment today. This bill, we are literally building the plane as it's running down the runway. When I was a builder, we used to have a saying, and that is measure twice, cut once. And we are changing things. And look, I know this is a complex area of law, and we've got to get this right. And we are a long, long way from getting this right. I would also encourage the Leader of the House. You've heard some really sensible submissions from the crossbench. One thing is very clear, and that is that this bill is being rushed through. And if you rush this, you're going to make mistakes. And it is too important to fundamentally change the way that we are doing business from an industrial relations perspective. It is too important to rush this, because when you rush things, there are always unintended consequences. So my plea to you, the Leader of the House, is just hit pause. Let's consult a bit more broadly on this. So many industry bodies are up in arms about this. What I'm concerned about is the mum and dad punters, the small businesses who, quite frankly, I don't think most of them even know what's coming. They're not glued to the televisions and the papers like we are. They're too busy trying to make a living. And when this if this bill gets passed, then they are going to suffer very, very badly.